Please welcome to the stage, from Universal Cable Productions, writer and technology producer on USA Network's Mr. Robot, Adana. And Money 2020's founder and chairman, Jonathan Weiner.
So welcome to Money 2020, everybody. Is everyone ready for a fun-filled 3 days? Come on. So if you see someone sleeping in the hallway, it's probably one of our hackers from the hackathon. For the past 24 hours, around 450 developers created about 100 different applications and competed for nearly $250,000 in cash and prizes. So I would like to first thank our awesome sponsors, FeedsEye, First Data, Ingenico, MasterCard, Modo, Synchrony Financial, Vantiv, Visa, and WorldPay. So please give a big round of applause to all the participants. So as part of the event, we're incredibly excited to have Adana, writer and tech producer of the hit TV show, Mr. Robot. And Mr. Robot is not only the hottest show in the tech community, receiving critical acclaim for its realistic portrayal of the hacker's psyche and technical accuracy, but it's gaining mainstream attention with its recent Emmy Award. First off, thanks for being part of this.
Thanks for having me.
A good place to start is share a little bit about your background personally, what inspired you to get involved in Mr. Robot. So that would be a great place to start.
So I have a history in cybersecurity. I worked for a major automotive corporation doing network perimeter security. I designed security policies and did penetration testing. And that role kind of evolved into a legal e-discovery and computer forensics role. And I did that for a couple of years, saved up enough money so I could quit and pursue my passion of writing and directing for film and television. So I ended up working my way up the assistant track in Hollywood, worked on a couple of shows, worked for a couple producers, and I met Sam Esmail, who is the showrunner and creator of Mr. Robot. And immediately, upon our first meeting, we clicked because we shared this mutual disdain for how technology and hacking had been portrayed in film and television up to this point. And we wanted to do it right. We wanted to do it in a realistic way, and we didn't want to kind of spruce it up with any cheesy graphics or anything like that. So that dedication to authenticity was the plan from the get-go. So it's been an amazing ride since then. I met him, about 3 years ago.
Right. So it's almost perfect timing for the show, because we hear about cyber threats all the time. There's a major hack almost on a weekly basis. This past Friday, there was a big DDoS attack. So you're sitting in a room full of payments and financial services professionals. So what is the reality of the threat of cybersecurity based upon your experience, and how that's even reflected in the show?
Well, it's an interesting case of life imitating art and art imitating life in this situation, because I remember when USA Network decided to pick up our show, it happened the week of the Sony hack, which was on everybody's radar. That was in the zeitgeist. And even in our first episode, in our pilot episode, there was a major DDoS attack in the story that's very similar to what happened last Friday. And I think the key takeaway from this is, yeah, technology is advancing and everyone is dependent on their smartphones, their applications, but they may not know the ways in which they're vulnerable and how that technology makes them vulnerable. And I mean, sure, it's great to have a webcam in your house or appliances hooked up to your home network, but you may not know how you're putting yourself at risk by doing that. So that's what we try and achieve on the show. I think we're pretty spot on with the technical specifics, but also the scope of the attacks and the repercussions of the attacks are fairly accurate, because we kind of destroy the world in season 1 of our show by taking down a major financial institution. So I think hacks like what happened last Friday are truly a call to action. Security with regard to connectivity or transactions or data storage is something that should be a very high priority.
So, so in this show, you follow a group of underground hackers who's focused on taking down corporate America. So, you participated at this year's hackathon, and it's focused on accelerating sort of positive change for corporate America. So what are your just thoughts on hacking for good? What you saw over the past couple of days with the teams. It would be good to just get your feedback.
All right, well, first of all, the hackathon, is amazing. These brilliant young minds are coming together with a ridiculous time restraint of 24 hours and building something out of nothing. And it was just phenomenal to be able to hear them and listen to their pitches and watch their demos. And I think it really speaks to the core of what Mr. Robot is about, and more specifically what the character of Elliot is about, because he wants to, at his core, he wants to save the world. He wants to change the world, and he attempts to do so through technology. And sure, he may be a little bit naive in the choices that he makes and how he goes about it, and because it's a television show, we dramatize it, and we have twists and turns, and we show the repercussions of those, but the intention is pure. And I don't think it's naive to try and change the world with technology, which is what these teams are doing, and I think it's phenomenal.
So what can you say about season 3?
Absolutely nothing. Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we couldn't be more excited and grateful to kind of have you participate in the hackathon. It was great.
Well, thank you for having me.
Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time, so I am going to bring out Brian from Angel Hack so we can get on with the awards. And he'll tell us a little bit about what the teams have developed. So Brian, why don't you come on out? Right.
Good evening, Money 2020! Hello, and welcome. If you guys were here last year, you might remember me. I was the very loud person in the startup jacket. I'm still the very loud person in the startup jacket, and I'm so happy to be here. This is always one of my favorite events of the entire year. This is one of my favorite hackathons that we do. It is the biggest fintech hackathon from a prize standpoint, from an attendee standpoint. It's an incredible, incredible time to be in this space. This year was no exception. John already mentioned a few of these points. I'm just going to hit them again because I'm so proud of it. Over 400 different attendees from all over the world, from as far away as the Ukraine, flew out for this event. Over 100 different projects were built. From those 100, our sponsors, our 9 incredible sponsors, had to pick just 18 to present onto this stage a few hours ago. And from that, we've had to pick 10. 10 who are going to be representing the Money 2020 Hackathon for the next year. 5 $5,000 winners. 4 $20,000 winners, and 1 grand prize of a team that's going to pitch at the Startup Pitch 180 event and is also going to win $20,000. So there's a bunch of excitement that's about to happen on this stage. And with that, I want to start to bring out our first few teams. We're going to bring out our $5,000 teams all at once. I hope you'll help me join them. The first winners of the Money 2020 Hackathon, our $5,000 winners. Give it up for Share Credit Card. Give it up for Leaf. Give it up for Kairos. Give it up for Transaction, and give it up for Frog. Our $5,000 teams, ladies and gentlemen. Over on that side. That side, that side, that side. There we go, there we go. Nicely done. I like the selfie, sir. We're going to get to that later.
Are we bringing the checks?
So one more time, we'll just get them to wave. Share Credit Card, raise your hands. Nicely done. Give it up for them. Leaf, if I can get you to raise your hands, well done. Kairos, give me a warm round of applause. Thank you. Transaction. And I have to give this guy credit, a team of 1 who blew the judges away with what he accomplished this weekend. Frog, give it up. All right. With that, it's time to get to the biggies. The $20,000 winners. The first $20,000 winner that we're going to focus on is a team called Warren. Let's go ahead and bring Warren up. Warren is your very own personal investment advisor. Every day, Warren will prepare a short update for you on how your portfolio is doing and identify ways you can make smarter investments. Warren connects to various sources of information, including Facebook for social data, Mint.com for financial data, and Ignite for market news, and Robinhood for ticker data. Warren crunches the numbers and uses IBM's Watson to analyze sentiment about the company to give real-time, accurate, and personalized investment advice. Ladies and gentlemen, our first $20,000 team. Give it up for Warren. Our second team. Give a warm round of applause. Houdini. Houdini, come on out.
Yeah, turn it around.
Houdini, Uber made the payment experience invisible. You get in, you get out. No swiping a cart, tapping a phone, or checking your thumbprint. Houdini brings that experience to physical stores all over the world. A consumer simply walks into a store, picks up what they want, and leave. Houdini uses a combination of iBeacons and payment APIs to make this seamless experience work. The best checkout experience is no checkout experience at all. Houdini, where are you guys? Give it up for Houdini. Our third $20,000 team, only 3 left, is Clever. Clever, come on out. Clever is a personal voice-enabled assistant that uses Alexa to help merchants answer the most important questions about their business. We solve the pain of too much data and not enough insight, all in under 30 seconds. So that is Clever. Give it up one more time for Clever. Our second to last team for 20,000 is Hovershop. Hovershop, come on out. Hovershop's app enables contextual data such as real-time promotions, social media style inspiration feed, and flexible payment options for the customer to enrich their shopping experience just by hovering their phone over an item. Pretty amazing stuff, but that means we have one team left, one final $20,000 team. Before we find out who won this year's Money 2020, the teams don't even know that. So with that, let's bring out our last $20,000 team, Traction. Traction, come on up. Traction finally aligns the interest of music producers and listeners. Artists can upload new tracks to our platform and offer a piece of the song's future revenue streams to early listeners. Users can discover tracks on our platform for a small fee, which is automatically distributed amongst the artist and others with a stake in the song's future revenue streams. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for all of our 10 winners. $125,000 in prizes. Okay. So, but there can be only one. There can be only one top Money 2020 team. Money 2020 attendees, can I get a little bit of a drum roll, please? There's a couple thousand of you. This should sound pretty good when we get it going. All right, that's okay. The winner of this year's Money 2020 2016 is Clever. Come on down! Clever, come up! Come up, come up, come up, come up!
Congratulations. Congratulations.
A huge round of applause for all of our teams, for Clever, who made it all the way through as this year's Money 2016 winner. Only the third that we've ever had, guys. This has been an absolute pleasure. With that, if you were here last year, you know what's about to happen. All the teams come up. We got a selfie to take. Lights, come up into the main stage, please. All right, guys, come, 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 come. If I can see you in the background, you all better be smiling. Everybody turn around so we can see the whole audience in this thing. This is gonna be fun. All right, Money 2020 and Money 2020 2016 Hackathon. No, I gotta flip that. I gotta flip that. It's not. Not. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3. Money 2020. With that, ladies and gentlemen, head on out. Nicely done. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Congratulations.
All right. So as our teams leave the stage, just one important thing to say.
Congratulations.
We've heard a lot on this stage today about some amazing teams. We've heard a lot about amazing technology. We've also heard about some amazing social good applications of that technology. And for Angel Hack, that's very important. That's actually one of our core tenets. We believe in tech, but we also believe in tech for social good. One of the key focuses of Angel Hack this year has been to focus on women in tech and the rising gender gap. As a female-owned, female-majority company, it's incredibly important for us. And with the work of partners like Money 2020, we're slowly helping to raise the scales. In just 1 year, one of the goals was to focus on the gender ratio and the female ratio at the hackathon. This year alone, from last year to this year, we were able to raise the female attendance from 11% last year to 21% this year at the Money 2020 Hackathon. Makes it 1 in 5. 1 in 5. That being said, there's still a long way to go. Earlier this year, Angel Hack launched a series of hackathons focused specifically on this. They're called the Lady Problems Hackathons, and they are hackathons that specifically focused on finding and solving the problems that inhibit female entrepreneurship in the technical space. We've been throwing them all over the world, and I'm happy to announce that we've been able to raise just the events so far. They're still going on. The average female ratio at our events currently is 59%, with some as high as 71%. One hack at a time, we're working to break down that gender gap. To talk more about this really important issue, I want to invite onto stage one of our incredible sponsors of this event. Please give a warm round of applause for the CEO of Feedzai.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, congratulations to all the winners that you just seen. Thanks to all the teams that participated at what is the best hackathon yet. Feedzai has been a proud supporter and sponsor of this hackathon since the very, very beginning, a couple of years ago. And we've been doing it because we're coders, developers, engineers ourselves. And we believe that coding and coding skills can indeed change the world. So in addition to the teams that have participated and won all the awards you've seen here today, we thought that it would be really important to recognize the teams that are not here today, teams that should have been here today. I'm talking about women, minorities, who want to be here, but for a number of reasons are not encouraged or given the opportunities to pursue careers in technology. Myself, I have 2 daughters, and like any parent, my vision for them is that when they grow up, they can pursue any career they choose. This includes careers in science, technology, engineering, and math. However, women and minorities, they are underrepresented in STEM fields today. And what we believe is that we can all collectively change that. So today, I am really, really proud to announce an important initiative that I and Feedzai are committing to. I am proud to announce what we call Project Code for All. Project Code for All works to empower underrepresented groups and shatter negative barriers to careers in technology. We aim to promote equal opportunities in science, technology, engineering, and math for women and minorities in order to create what we call a more inclusive tech community. Project Code for All is raising funds right now to send teams from underrepresented groups to more hackathons, just like here at Money 2020. Feedzai, we're pledging $25,000 to jumpstart Code for All. What we ask of you and the community here is make the same commitment. We're asking you to join us at feedzai.com/all and support Code for All. Together, we believe we represent a more inclusive tech community where everybody can belong. And with that, thank you, everyone. And I really, really hope that you join me in supporting Project Code for All. Thank you.